One person is dead, another injured in a double shooting in Queens. Happened just before 4 o'clock Wednesday morning on Merrick Boulevard near 127th Avenue in St. Albans. Investigators say the shooter got out of the passenger side of a blue or black Nissan Maxima and opened fire on 23-year-old Chad Baldeo. He was hit in the torso and later died at the hospital. Police say the shooter got back in the car and drove off. The victim was leaving Club Dubai, which is a block away from the scene. Investigators say they're reviewing surveillance video, but we spoke with business owners who say it's not the first time this has happened.
The investigation is still prolonging. We have videos and cameras to do. It's a very early investigation, just only a few hours old.
It's happened before in the last year or so. Same area too.
Same area,
Yeah.
Stemming from the same nightclub.
Yes.
What's good, y'all? What's the Numbers TV? It's your boy Paul Rowe. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already, and like the video if you appreciate the content that Paul Rowe and What's the Numbers is already providing. Today we back with another profile piece. This one is on Rich Money. In this video we're going to talk his early years coming up in Brooklyn and some of the things he participated in as a child. Then we'll speak about Rich's entry into the streets and how he became a member of a gang. After that, we will focus on Rich Money's social media presence and his active Instagram account that made him a well-known face to his allies and enemies before finally breaking down the situation that would end up taking his life. Rich Money, aka Richmond, real name Chad Baldeo, is from Brooklyn, New York. Growing up in Flatbush in and around the Vanderveer housing complex would be tricky for Richie as it was filled with guns, drugs, and gangs. Rich, who was of West Indian descent, would take a liking to football as a kid and was actually pretty good, and like most kids, had dreams of going to the NFL. But as time passed and Rich got older, he would begin to be drawn to the street life. Some would blame his environment, others would say it was his group of friends that led him down that road. But regardless of what the exact reason was that made Rich Money choose the path he did, by 2012 he was actively living the life of a gang member. In 2014, Richmond would start to flaunt his affiliation to the Twirlers online. Twirling was a lifestyle certain kids in Brooklyn were living. A lot of them were affiliated with the GDs, aka the Folks. The Folks were one of Brooklyn's most hated gangs, giving them plenty of enemies all over the borough. Rich, due to his popularity online, would become one of the faces of the Twirlers and his neighborhood, bringing him some clout from both his allies and rivals. As the years went by, Rich seemed to be focused on getting some money and enjoying his life. His Instagram shows trips to Miami, along with many nights spent in the hood, hanging with the bros. Life was moving fast, and Rich was moving faster. He appeared in some well-known music videos and vlogs during the rise of the Brooklyn drill scene, before things took a turn for the worse in March of 2017, when Rich was killed leaving a nightclub in Queens. The story that ended up coming out was that NYPD was alerted to a call of shots fired at Club Dubai near Merrick Boulevard and 127th Avenue in Jamaica, Queens around 3:50 in the morning. Authorities say when they got there, Rich Money was lying there after being shot in the chest, back, and abdomen. He was rushed to the hospital where he ended up dying from his wounds. Reports say Rich was tailed by a group of people inside a car as he left the club, and as he approached 126th Street, an unknown gunman exited the back seat of the car and opened fire. A second man who was putting flyers on his car was also shot but ended up surviving. From my understanding, the shooting was gang related and there were no arrests in the case, as the investigation is still ongoing. Rich Money was just 23 years old at the time of his death. But yo, it's What's the Numbers TV. This is a quick profile piece on Rich Money, Richmond, Richie, out of Brooklyn, real name Chad Baldeo. Rest in peace to him. You know, this is the only place you're going to find a Rich Money profile piece. You ain't going to find it nowhere else. You know, What's the Numbers TV be proud of ourselves for being the only ones with it. And on that note, I want to say I'm out of here, man. I appreciate all the support. Any business, Paul Rowe, What's the Numbers at yahoo.com. It's your boy Paul Rowe. I'll be back before you know it. I'm out of here. Peace.